If you want to know a little bit of stats between these two teams, it's really Nigeria that lead in all categories, of course. Nigeria shooting 60% from within the rainbow, 40% from the perimeter, as well as they're making 74% of the free throws. Central African Republic just under 50% from the stripe. Not shooting nearly as strong as Nigeria from the perimeter, whether inside or outside the rainbow. Well, they got the home court advantage, but ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to stand for the national anthems of these two nations as we stand in respect.
Please remain standing for the Nigerian
Well, those were the two national anthems, and these two teams will now pay homage to each other, give the accolades, but we are literally just under 4 minutes away from tip, as these two teams really going to be gunning for it. Now remember, Nigeria statistically are better on paper, but the Central African Republic, for them it's about coming here, playing a little bit of physical, with physicality, a little bit of swag. Just who knows, maybe they can come here for a little bit of an upset. Well, Nigeria's undefeated in this window, and the last window for that matter as well. Have yet to lose. Well, the Central African Republic, their last victory came against Cote d'Ivoire on the 1st of July. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just get set to introduce our officials. We have Ongin Jokic, Sabir Azagui, and Nael Mustafa, coming from Tunisia, Egypt, and Montenegro. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud to say that we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. They've done an excellent job in all of our tournaments, and they will continue to do so here tonight in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Well, ones to look out for tonight, of course, you got Frederick Slamedi, of course, and you got Yannick Zache, but not to mention Yandre Jefferson. A lot we mentioned about his physical play and down low. He's really going to have to get things going down in the post. Standing almost 6 feet 10. Wouldn't be surprised if they go down the early, really try to force the issue with him. As you can see, starting at that center role, he'll be partnered alongside Johan Grembongo. So they're going for a very, very big lineup tonight. The question for them is going to be about all transition defense. Can they get back? Can they stop the Nigerian counterattacks? Well, for Nigeria, you got the likes of Al Farouk Aminu, not to mention Alawade Aminu as well, along with Ikenwa Mabumalu. This Nigeria team, a bit of experience in Ike Diogu and a lot of youth as well. So mixed blend, probably why it's been working so well for them They've got such a deep bench they go to, but all again, it's going to be about the fast break basketball that they display, as they've displayed in all the windows. They can see the veteran guard Ike Nwamu will also be taking the starting lineup tonight, along with Ikena Iroegbu. So this Nigeria team makes a blend of talent, experience, and youth. Well, you got to ask yourself, why does it work for them? Really, it's just about the discipline and being able to wear their opponents down. They can do that physically, they can do it mentally, but more importantly, it's also the understanding, the ability to read the game for this Nigeria team. One of the main reasons they've been so successful in these windows. See the Central African Republic just doing their last few defensive drills, just try to really mentally prepare themselves. Oh, Alexander Nwora, very experienced coach in Nigerian basketball. He'll be very pleased and happy with their progress so far. And he'll have his eyes set on China in 2019. And who knows, just maybe there, a few new names added to the roster. Possibly make a little bit of history. While Oric Marida, with a blend of experience themselves, having a very steady playing days himself, but also giving a new dynamic to this Central African nation team.
Starting at 16, the Macho Destiny Senior. And the starting five for the away team, the Nigerian side. Starting at 4, Uzon Benjamin. Starting at 6, Diogu Ikechukwu. Starting at 7, Aminu Anferu. Starting at 12, Obeika Christopher. Starting at 34, Wamu Ikechukwu.
Well, Nigeria have enjoyed the nation competing in international levels of all sports. Probably what they will very much like to see is the same go for basketball. A nation with a very diverse population. A wonderful city we're in right now, Lagos. What better way to put themselves on the mark than to make it out there in China. Well, the big thing for the Central African Republic is going to be how well they can really get Kogure to really get out on the mark. Not to mention Demachua as well, one of their top scorers. It's going to be one of those games if they can shoot well from the perimeter, just give themselves a little bit of a chance to hang in there. Nigeria, one of the favorites and stronger defensive teams within these Central African nations. Was the second top scorer, and like we said, Kugurere really needs to get off the mark. He's got to play with no fear, really just go at them. We've seen Nigeria play a few 2-3 zones, but really they've done that in the situations where teams they've played against haven't been able to shoot well from the perimeter. So this will be an interesting test for the Central African Republic. Well, the tip is up, ladies and gentlemen, and we're underway, as it is Nigeria who will have the first possession of the game. You can see just putting a little bit of pressure on the ball handlers. Don't want to make it too easy for them, but really just put them under enough pressure. Takes it in with his right hand, puts up a floor. It's a wild one, but they almost come up with an offensive rebound, but I'm not sure if that's a foul on Ubekpa or It was a turnover. I think they have called a personal foul to Bekpa. Central African Republic now go to Jefferson to try to get things going in the early stages with their offense. Rachua kicks it out, takes it in the penetration, puts up a floater off the backboard, can't get it. Big rebound there from Diogu. Aminu takes it in, has the contact, gets away with the travel, kicks it out, goes in for another one, back to Aminu. Aminu goes up and he misses the layup. Well, gets his own rebound under the basket, he doesn't give up on it. Now, you saw in the early stages there, Al-Farouq Aminu had it, a wide open layup, missed it, got his own rebound, he didn't give up. Well, they turn it over now, and Nigeria can break. Pulls it out, transition, we got a three, Aminu again, can't get it. And Kogueri gets a rebound. And the Central African Republic now try to get into their set offense. Pulls up for the three. The three is deep. The three is up, and it's nothing but net. That is number 16, Destin Damachua, one of their top scorers. They're going to need that a lot from him tonight. Comes off his own screen. This time he pulls up the three, doesn't get it. Jefferson with a rebound, and now the Central African Republic can break. Why not? Pulls up for another three. Oh, baby! Destin Damachua. Well, Nigeria, you got to get a hand up. 2 threes back to back. Starting to set the tempo early. Comes up a screen. No attempt to block it. Nothing but net. Well, you got to put a hand up. He's averaging 16 points a game. Back down the other end now. Nigeria really need to get into their offense at the moment. Catches it right off the curl. Another kick out. Aminu tries another three in the corner. This time he gets to the drop. Well, we're being greeted to a bit of a three-point shootout right now. Farouk Aminu just drained the triple in the corner. Kogueri now looking for an open man to get it to. He's made 2 threes. Is he going to go for a third? Keeps the dribble alive. Well, turn it over. Good defense by Al-Farouq Aminu. Well, here's where he loses the ball, loses the dribble. Oh, it's really tough to see from that angle. Doesn't look like it's going to be much better from this angle either. Again, Aminu's just in the way. Now Nigeria really trying to get things going. Ike Nwamu, they go down low to Diogu. Diogu now faces up, tries to use the strength, dish it off. Well, he turns it over. No, he gets it back. Has to kick it out. Takes a baseline, gives a bounce pass, turns it over, and now the Central African Republic can break. We got a kick out. Kogueri for 3, doesn't get it. And now Al-Farouq Aminu gets a rebound. And he'll break, dish it off. Unselfish pass for well, too many passes. Someone's got to shoot it. Can't get it. They turn it over. Oh, behind the back pass. Transition. You gotta love it. What a pass. What a dunk. Well, Damachua just came up with a spectacular behind the back pass. That was a bit of Showtime fast break basketball. In the lane, dribbles it off his foot. And Nigeria will get the ball. Sideline. Well, Damachua, look at this for a pass. Doesn't even look behind his back, and then just throws the dunk down with authority. That is William Kosangwe. What a throwdown. Tries to face up, and was the foul on Jimmy Jirabaye. Smart play there by Ike Diogu. Diogu, you can see, likes to back down, but also not afraid to come out on the perimeter, put the ball on the floor. He's got it back down now against Koguere. Down the middle, kicks out. We got another three in the corner. No, gave up the shot when he was wide open. In the end, takes a poor one. Well, it's got to be a 24-second violation. Now, the mistake Nigeria made there was a great penetration, but when you get a penetration in the lane and a kick out, you got to shoot the ball from the perimeter. Well, Jefferson just about gets the ball over now. They got to get it to the ball handler, Demachua. Not sure what he's waiting for right now. Wasting a lot of time on the shot clock. Well, in the end, still keeps it alive. Well, just turns it over carelessly. Well, a gift of a pass. Also down to Jefferson. Jefferson, quite sure what he was trying to do. Demachua came over to try and get the ball in. Jefferson just wouldn't pass it up. In the end, Nigeria are gifted with a wide open dunk. Was a foul off the ball, and it looks like it's on number 12, Christopher Obekpa. Probably is the second personal foul, so we've got to be careful. Jim Abaye now having words. You can see the officials now just want to calm things down. These two teams really just going at it in the early stages. And you can see he just wants to have a word with the two players. Well, get it inbound off the baseline, takes the shot, and it just drops well. Beautifully caught and just quickly put up. Jim Abaye jumped really high when he released the ball as well. Well, he almost turned it over, but Kosangwe just came off his hand, so Nigeria will get the ball sideline. That's why you always want to keep your hands in the passing lane, because think about the Central African Republic, as we've just seen in the early stages, they will get out and break. Nigeria send Uzor to the bench. A quick change they made. They bring in number 1, Ikena Egbu, just to give him a little bit of balance on the perimeter. Farouk Almino sends it down low. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Obia Megano just made a beautiful cut under the basket. As soon as he got it, had one thing on his mind. Went straight up and got the foul. This little 1-2 play there. Obia Megano holding both British and Nigerian citizenship. British basketball at Oral Roberts University. It's a great addition to this Nigerian national team. He missed a second free throw. Now, Koguere is coming off too many screens. Got to give it up. Well, they turn it over. Sloppy play there from the Central African Republic. Transition. Aminu gives it up. 3 in the corner. Omegano in and out. Doesn't get it. Well, Nigeria right now cannot buy a triple from the perimeter. They've only made one. They're 1 for 5 right now. In the lane. Makes the contact. Wild layup. Doesn't get the call. And now Nigeria can break. Euro step all the way. And 1. Well, what a tough move. Took it all the way to the basket. Ikena Iroegbu. He will go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. Look at this. Splits the defense. What a finger roll. Just kisses it off the glass. And now he'll go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. Well, Ike Iroegbu, originally born in Sacramento, California. The American-born Nigerian basketball player is currently playing in the Bundesliga. Makes it a three-point play. Get the ball inbound. They're going to back down on the low block. Kicks it out. Well, he's made one shot from 10 feet, and he makes the three-pointer. Well, who knew he had that in the toolkit? Jim Rabaye just sinks it from downtown. He's Central African Republic, shooting with a lot of confidence from the perimeter. Down the other end, just not playing with enough discipline on defense. Yannick Zache. Nigeria just need to settle themselves, really just get into their half, play at their tempo. Down low to Aminu. Aminu kicks it out in the pace. He fumbles it. Well, wasn't ready. Kugueri now in transition. Kicks it out. Well, they turn it over. Oh, behind the back. Transition, pulls up 15 feet, tucks it away. Well, that man again, OBM Ngano. This is beautiful basketball there from the young fella from Sacramento. In the lane, well, gets a bit of contact, no foul call on Johnson. Jefferson, mind you. First 2 points of the game now for Jefferson. Has a three, Amegano puts it up, front rim, easy layup, and one. Well, just as easy as it gets. Ike Diogu just got the rebound. Nobody boxed him out. So why not? With the free throw line, make it a three-point play. He ties the game up now at 15 apiece. And here's asking, who's boxing him out? Who's got a body on him? That's a good thing about this Nigerian basketball team is they got so much depth and so many options that they can go to. The key for them is right now is to get a few more good looks on the perimeter. They lead this one by one. Now the Central African Republic just shooting with so much confidence. It spins around. Oh my God, it almost gets a turnover. They turn it over. They got numbers. Transition, lays it up. Well, beautiful fast break basketball there from Nigeria. Stanley Okoye just ran the break so well, and he just laid it up off the glass. Well, here's the turnover now. Just look how well he finishes. So strong. He gets up high enough that if anybody tries to block him at that length, he's going to get fouled. So it's a strong layup. Now, they always say when you take the basket, go up and dunk it. Sometimes when you go for a layup, it's easy to get blocked. Get it in the corner. Now he just stepped out of bounds, so the three-pointer would not have counted. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. We'll get a timeout as these two teams are just going to want to talk it over. Really just going at it at the moment.
Okay, once we cross half court now, we can play conservative. We can be very careful what we do. But pressure them out there on the open court. Don't just back up and let them bring the ball and run their offense. All right, guys? Okay? Hey, be aggressive on defense.
Quand il rate là, allez au rebond les petits. Je vous ai signalé au départ. Ok, aidez d'abord les grands avant de partir. Yann, lâche la balle au maximum. Arrêtez les tirs parce qu'ils nous harcèlent.
Je vous ai dit, si vous
lâchez
dribblez,
la balle.
vous êtes mort.
Si
vous dribblez, vous êtes mort.
Soit posé, soit posé, tu écoutes.
Pas de soucis.
Well, the Central African Republic are now going to try and just go back at them. They've been a little bit quiet in the last few minutes. And here's where one issue, they don't really have anybody who can play the point guard role at the moment. And you can see just a sloppy pass now. Maxime Ziavene was wide open underneath the basket, but Zacchetti really just has to make a smarter pass in that situation. Kicks it out now, just tries to find times and options. Goes down low to the big man. Well, the big fella just using his muscle. Well, hits the fadeaway, but Jalil Akindele will not count there. How about this for a strong, strong move? He makes the first free throw. The big man only just checked into the game, but you can see with his size and his power, he's going to cause a few problems for the Central African Republic in the low post. Ziavene now just trying to look for an option, but Kosangwe, same issue he's got now. Central African Republic don't really have anybody in the court that can play make or handle the ball, but, well, spoke too soon, and Yannick Zachet just comes up with a deep three. Now the fourth three of the quarter for the Central African Republic. You see it's getting quite physical in the low block with Maxime Ziavene and Jalil Akindele. Well, both players really just fight for territory, really just battling for position. How about this, a free from Zachet? Deep three, gets up high enough, high release so he can't be blocked and just drains the triple. And that's from no man's land. Well, Akindele makes the first free throw. It's going to be a good position for him to come in and just post up and draw as many fouls as possible, because if he does that, he'll be going to the free throw line. As he makes it 4 for 4 from the stripe. Well, Zachet comes off a screen, well, gets away with a travel, but Nigeria all over the floor. That's a kick ball, so we'll be back to the Central African Republic now. And Megano's probably wondering, I had possession of the ball. So he's on the floor. There's the kick. Excellent call for the official. It is the right call. You can see the kick ball just gave it the momentum. And now they get back in a bit more options with them. Well, thought about the three, gives a pump fake, got this shit off out. Ziavene tries it from 18 feet, and it's nothing but net. Maxine Ziavene quickly got the shot off because, as you can see, Jalil Akindele was coming for a block. He cuts the deficit to 2 points. Just over 24 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Oh, we got a three down the other end. Three is up, and finally, Nigeria is able to hit a second three-pointer. It's the boy from Sacramento, Ikene Iroegbu. That's a deep three now. Central African Republic now have 10 seconds to get one more shot off. Gives it out, they turn it over. Well, it hits the foot, so might just be a few more seconds left on the clock. Well, again, the three's up, gets a touch, top of the backboard. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Nigeria who lead this one 25-20 over the Central African Republic.
At the end of the first quarter, it is Nigeria 25 and, of course, the CAF side with 2 points.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you are just following us now, if you want to see games across the globe, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us across the globe and you want to see games all over the continents for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is my house. Remember, add the hashtag and you will find all the games. Download the app as well. You can see the Central African Republic now made just as many field goals from the three-point line as well as within the rainbow. 4 for 6, but right now, Nigeria just confident at the moment. Really just need to overcommit themselves and let the turnovers happen and run the break as well as they can just to get things going. Well, we get set now to start the second quarter. Nigeria just starting to build some momentum, lead towards the end. Demechua did not feature in the last few minutes of the first quarter. He almost missed his playmaking abilities. Ziavene throws it down low, turns around, fades away. Well, Max Koguere just showing what he's capable of in the low block. Relatively quiet in the first quarter, but just starts to get things going. Takes the three right in the face, and the three is a big air ball. Akindele almost comes up with a rebound, but it's tipped out by Koguere. Well, catch and shoot right away, doesn't get it. They come with a rebound. They can look up, they can break. Tries a three in the corner, doesn't get it. And now Nigeria can break. Well, does well to keep it alive. Tries a Euro step, loses dribble. Time space, crosses over in the lane, goes up with the floater, and it's beautifully done. Boy, Kenehiro Egbu just does so well. Shows the ability to get to the basket. Zache crosses over, goes in the lane, turns it over again. Well, really need DiMaggio playing the point. Wherever miss. Oh my Lord! Something out of nothing. Are you serious? Stanley Okoye. No regard for human life. I mean, look at this. He's going nowhere. He's going absolutely nowhere. Then all of a sudden, just comes, puts it back, and he rips the ring down. When you talk about bringing a team to life, that's just one way. Put the electricity in here, young man. What a dunk. The Central African Republic now really have to respond, try to get themselves into a good offense, get some good, better ball movement. Right now, it's just sloppy possessions. Takes it down the middle. Got nowhere to go, kicks it out. Koguere, he'll try for three. Well, the triples keep dropping, and again, Max Koguere moves to 5 points, scoring the last 2 field goals. Crosses over now, use that quick first step. There's a foul on the ground. Egbu is just causing all sorts of problems in the backcourt. Stanley Okoye gives it up to Akindele. Akindele uses the size. Nowhere to go, kicks it out. Okoye for three in the corner, and all of a sudden now he's doing it from the perimeter. Stan the man just nails the triple. Comes over, used the pick and pop. He's made his last 2. This one's a little short. Comes off Stanley Okoye. You know, just all of a sudden coming into life, just bringing a little bit of new injection into the Nigeria offense. You got a player with that much explosiveness and athleticism, but he starts to hit shots from the perimeter, just becomes unstoppable. Pulls up for 15 feet, he tucks it away well. Central African Republic, Jimmy Jimbare just shooting the ball prolifically right now, 2 for 3 from within the rainbow. He's hit that 1 3-pointer as well. Hero Egbu now has to give it up. Well, catch and shoot from 15 feet. It bounces in. They don't get it. Now they can break. Koguere pulls up for a deep 3. And oh my Lord, Max Koguere didn't score a point in the first quarter. All of a sudden, 2 triples, 1 mid-range. He cuts it back to a 2-point deficit. Hero Egbu almost turns it over. And Nagano has to reverse it. Now Stan the man. What's he got in the toolkit? Comes off the screen, and Nagano pump fakes. He'll pull up from 15 feet. Can't get it. Big rebound. Now Destin Demachua. All of a sudden it's a different game. He's in control, but Stan the man just strips him. 2-on-1. Bounce pass, and he dunks it. Oh, what a pass from Stanley Okoye. Just to pick out Aminu. Nigeria really need to know where their bread is buttered. Right now, it's on the fast break. All they got to do is really put the hands in the passing lane, and Central African Republic just seem to gift them with fast break attempts. Wants a kick out, had the 3, was all the way. He's fouled in the process. The foul was on the ground. There's the foul there. Now, some might call that an unsportsmanlike foul, but he's very lucky to get away with that. But just look at his defensive abilities, and look at that for a pass in the fast break. Just goes to the sideline just to have a little bit of Gatorade. He makes the first free throw. So he cuts the deficit now down to 3 points. Takes a deep three. Three's up, and it's no good. Well, he's going to have another opportunity if he doesn't go for it this time. Diago just pulls it out. 5 on the shot clock. Takes it in. Puts up the floater. The floater is beautifully tucked away. There's number 11, Obi Emengano. I love a good point guard that's just able to make that kind of floater shot. Kugueri in his last 2 threes. He turns it over. Now this is a problem for the Central African Republic. They just turn it over, but they get it back. Transition numbers. Wow, sloppy play there again. These two teams have so much potential on offense, but it's just the careless, sloppy play. It just kills them down both ends. Comes off the screen. Oh, my Lord. He missed it. He's fouled in the process. What a dunk that would have been. Bizarre. Just went, why not go for it? I mean, he made that. That probably would have been the play of the week. I mean, he gets up high, just lost control of the ball. Maybe going to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. Fouls on Jefferson. That's his 3rd personal foul. Should be going to the bench right now. Doesn't want to pick up the 4th. Uzar makes the first free throw. The young crowd watching this will be quite inspired. If he one day will be representing his country at this level. Well, he makes it 2 for 2. They turn it over again. This time it's a kickball. You just see at times a little bit of anxiety when you're just trying to make some passes. You just have to relax. Just have a few good solid movements, but okay, it's just a slight deflection. In the lane, gets fouled. Boy, it doesn't actually, no call made. Comes up, makes the contact, goes all the way. Still keep it alive. Down low. Again, Central African Republic just too slow to recover, but the 3 is up. No good, and another offensive rebound. Well, Christopher Obekpa just showing so much desire to keep the ball alive. Takes in the lane, pulls up 15 feet. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Obi Emengano causing all sorts of problems right. The foul's on Damachua. The cameraman just got a bit of a knock over. They missed the first free throw, but Obi Emengano really has been so influential in the backcourt for them. Really has split the defense, made them collapse, but just needs to keep attacking the zone. Just get into those vulnerable spots. He makes a second one. Just deals with pressure, full court press to press. Gets a handoff. It's wide open underneath the basket, haven't spotted it. Guerreri's made the last three. This one almost gets it again, but just comes up short. Yannick Prate. Emegano throws it down low. Diago gets a double team. Oh, there's a foul there. Guerreri just had hands all over his back. I believe that is the 15th foul. Now here's a double team. Look, all you gotta do is keep your hands up. He's got hands all over him. Goes baseline, uses the strike, goes all the way with a floater, and it's a strong move. Well, the big man didn't think about it, but Ike Diago just did a strong power move into the lane. The match down low, good pass. Well, he's got a donkey, but in the end, he lays it up. Nicely done there by Maxime Ziembene. Now a 7-point deficit. Nigeria lead this one. Aminu tries to take it in. Another foul on the ground. Guerreri just picking up fouls end-to-end at the moment. It's the third personal foul now. It's two big men. They have foul trouble. Johnson being one. There's the foul. He's got hands all over him. You have to be able to play without your hands. So he makes the first free throw. Farouk Amino started off quite well, but just been very quiet in the stages of this first half. He does not get the second free throw. Well, Farouk Amino, originally from Atlanta, Georgia. He's played for a few NBA teams, the Clippers, the Hornets, the Mavericks, currently with the Portland Trailblazers. Foul just on the ground. Going to be on Diago. Diago just holding on the screen. Just has to keep his hands slightly off him. Goes baseline, bounce past it, able to keep it alive. Forces a prayer. Poor shot there. Central African Republic now just struggling to really get a good shot. Aminu throws it down low. Cross court, Diago bangs around, spins, goes up, and the big man with a clinical finish around the basket. So gives Nigeria a 10-point lead. Well, thought about it, caught it, takes it right away, doesn't get it. All of a sudden, the Central African Republic just starting to cool down from the perimeter. In the lane, gets bumped by his own teammate. Well, Diago is looking at the referee because he thinks he got fouled. He can clearly see his teammate behind him, puts his hands up to say, I actually scored that. I don't think Diago's quite aware what happened. Here he takes in the lane, gets bumped by his own teammate. Obekpa is the one who hits him. And then Diago looks at the referee to say, you gonna call that? I don't think he realizes it was actually got hit by his own teammate. Takes the baseline now, does a Euro step, goes all the way, and one. Well, that's a strong move by Kurt Curry. Wayscheider. Well, Wayscheider just came in the game. What a strong move that was. Well, he makes a free throw, makes it a three-point play, cuts it now down to a 9-point deficit. Savino's second personal foul. Has to be quite careful now. Away gets a bump. Just to kick it out. Low post. Diago fades away. Well, what a strong move. Doesn't get it. Nigeria come up with a loose ball, but there seems to be a loose ball foul on Christopher Obekpa. There's the shot. A little harsh, but trying to insinuate was he was overreaching, but nevertheless the call's given. There's shooting calls because both teams are in the penalty. Makes the first free throw. Well, Jimmy Ravaye has been the top scorer so far in this court for the Central African Republic, but they need other players to step in and step up. Makes it 2 for 2 from the stripe and cuts it back down to a 7-point deficit. Nuamu now on the ball. Try and go for a 2-for-1 right now for Nigeria. Megano has to give it back to him. Nuamu comes off the screen, pulls up for a deep three, and Nuamu from downtown. Well, puts it back up to a 10-point lead. His first triple tonight. He moves to 5 points. Takes it down the middle, tries to spin around, and Nuamu with the steal now, and Nigeria can break. Goes all the way, makes a contact, lays it up, tips around, and Ike Nuamu all of a sudden just dictated what's going on in the backcourt. And now the Central African Republic have 10 seconds to get the last shot. They come off the screen, crosses over, corner to the young fella, pump fakes, almost turns it over. Well, he should have shot it there. But at the end of the first half, it is Nigeria who lead this one by 12, 51-39. Nagu just making a presence in the low block. And Destin DiMaggio, top scorer. It's been relatively quiet now. Hasn't scored since the first quarter. But that is as it stands here at the end of the first half. Well, I'll just show you a few stats and some highlights, ladies and gentlemen. Go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back in over 14 minutes for the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifiers between Nigeria and the Central African Republic. Now, if you see, Central African Republic actually 6 for 12 from the perimeter. They shot really well in the first quarter, but hasn't worked so well for them. They've just been out-rebounded slightly by Nigeria. Both teams 8 assists apiece, but turnovers really are killing the Central African Republic. They have 13 turnovers, while Nigeria only has 6. So they'll have to turn that around in the second half if they're going to come back into this one. But don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back in 14 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second half commencement of this basketball FIBA World Cup qualifiers match between our host Nigeria and the visitors from the Central African Republic. Both these teams really to make a statement. Nigeria undefeated so far in the qualifiers. They've started to breeze through all of their games. Central African Republic, I think it's kept them in the game as they've shot well from the perimeter, but tell me how well they can keep playing like that. Nigeria have had some very convincing results in their opening game in February. Excuse me, the last game actually. They beat Uganda 102-86. And not to mention made easy work of Rwanda where they won 108-53. We'll get set for the second half as the Central African Republic would have gone into the halftime, had a talk with his players. So they trail this one by 12 and probably need to figure a way to come back in it. As you can see, one fan wearing there the hashtag slogan for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers and the FIBA World Cup. Hashtag this is my house. You can download the app, follow all of your favorite teams, and get all stats live updates from across the globe. Well, these two teams really need to get going now because right now the momentum has to be going in the favor of Nigeria, but Central African Republic really need to make sure they can keep getting some good looks and really start to make those shots from the perimeter. It's the only thing that's really keeping them in the game. Well, Nigeria will begin the first possession here. Deep three there by Aminu. Aminu just tucks it away. Well, got a hand in his face. And Al-Farouk Aminu, the boy from Atlanta, Georgia, where he gets a steal now. The officials have decided to pull it back for a foul. It's a tough call. There's a technical foul call there. I'm not quite sure if it was called on the Central African bench, but here's the official. It's something he didn't like. So Nigeria will get free throws and they will get the ball back. Farouk Almino makes the first free throw. The Portland Trailblazer. There's a depth of experience in this Nigeria team. They go down low to the big man. The big man now turns it over. And the Central African Republic can break. Alley-oop, well, just a little too high for Koguere. Would have been spectacular if he could have got it, but the pass was just a little too strong. Foul off the ball. Now, here's the thing. It's actually an offensive foul. Nigeria just needs to really calm themselves down, settle in this second half and try and kill the game off, but it's just going to make life more and more difficult for themselves. Comes off the screen now, makes a strong move, puts it up, he's blocked. It's another offensive foul. Well, not quite sure where the foul was. I think what the officials trying to insinuate is that Jimmy Jimrabaye was just pushing Christopher Bekpa in the back. That's what it looked to be. Amino 3 in the corner, doesn't get it in and out. And now the Central African Republic can break. Transition. Kasagwe all the way, puts it up. Johnson gets a rebound, or Jefferson gets a rebound, and he puts it back as he cuts it now to a 14-point deficit. Central African Republic now really needs to just tighten up a little bit on defense, play with a bit more physicality, a bit more insurgency. Here we get the ball inbound now. Cross-court pass, a deep three. The three is up and it's nothing but net. Well, Ike Nuamu made one in the second quarter, and there you can see Damachua pull up for a three. Hasn't made one since the first quarter, and he's nothing but net. Well, we're back to where we started. Destin Damachua, Ike Nuamu just giving us a bit of a shootout now for the perimeter. Why not take another one? Oh, baby! Ike Nuamu, 2 for 2 here in the second half. He's on fire. Destin Damachua now will try and go down the other end, do the same thing. Kicks it out. Well, good ball movement. We got a three in the corner. The three is up, a little short. And now Farouk Aminu can break. I know, we got another three in. Doesn't get it, but an offensive rebound, uncontested. Missed the layup. Well, Benjamin Uzor. Three down the other, it's run and gun basketball. And he has made a few already in the game. Koguere just 6, another triple. It's his third three of the night. There's a foul underneath the basket. Needs to be on Ike Diogu. Well, Christopher Bekpa looks like he just got a little hurt. To go to the changing room. Another foul is called on Ike Diogu. He's just picked up 2 fouls there in succession, so he's going to have to play a little smarter. You can see his frustration there because he's just trying to deny, but it's just the strong hold on that he has. The official has no choice but to call it, so they have to make a change. So the big man is going to come back into the game. Jalil Akindele. Takes down the middle all the way. Kasangwa goes to the basket, aggressive move. Now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, William Kasangwa looked like he was out of control, but he just does well to make the contact. It's a good call for the official. So he will go to the free throw line to make it 2 free throws. Kasangwa played junior college basketball in the United States. So he went on to play at Campbell University. He played his basketball in the Busan Basketball Club in the National Masculin 2 League. He now moves to 3 points. It's a 13-point lead now to Nigeria. Luamu now throws it down low. The big man kicks it out. We got a 3. The 3 is up, and it's all the way in. Well, good ball move, but Ikeniro Egbu just sinks a triple. Goes all the way in the lane. Bounce passes up. Well, Jefferson gets blocked, but he's fouled by Al-Farouq Aminu. So Jefferson will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Looks more like the foul is on Akindele, but I'm quite sure who the officials called it on. Well, Andrew Jefferson from South Carolina. Played at the University of South Carolina as well as Northwest Florida State. Great career. Played in Turkey, played in Israel, Italy. Currently playing in Lebanon for Champy. Takes it in lane, goes all the way, strong move, but he missed the layup. And a jump ball's called now. It's going to be Central Africa's ball because Nigeria had the first possession of the second half. Well, another turnover, now they can break. He's got 1 on 3, he's gonna go all the way. And he missed a layup. He uses athleticism well, but transition. Kasangwa tries a 3, same result, doesn't get it. Al-Farouq Aminu can break. Transition, keeps it alive. Akindele just easily clears it up, just lays the ball up. Takes a deep, deep 3, and whoa, my lord. Oh, Destin Demachua, it's his 4th 3 of the night. His 4th of 6 from the field, all 3-pointers. These 2 teams shooting fairly well from the perimeter tonight, but I think for the Central African Republic, it's just been sloppy play. Like, some of it right there, they just can't keep things under control. Under the basket, it's easy laid up by Alade Aminu. And Central African Republic need to call timeout to sort themselves out. There's so much potential for the Central African Republic, but the plays like this, it's just so, it's out of control. They can just keep themselves in control. They really can make a difference and really play with Nigeria. Nigeria is doing a good job of exploiting them on the fast break.
À l'intérieur chez les grands. On joue 5. On joue 5. On est trop pressé et on perd beaucoup la balle. Ça va vite, 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 vite.
68 points, 68 points. C'est trop, les gars. Troisième carton, 68 points. Vous voulez faire un match de 100 points?
Okay? Instead of going on that.
Yeah, help me. I'll try to go over. I'm going to go around more. Help me.
Okay?
Help me, help me.
Hey, defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey.
We go down low, time and space, goes up, gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line to make it a 2 shots. And that is number 8, Johan Gavongo, just checking into the game. He has 2 points tonight, but has a chance to go to the free throw line just to build on those points. Currently playing in France in the LNB Pro A with BCM Gravelines. Can't make the second free throw. Nigeria come up with a loose ball, and now they can break. Cross court pass, Okoye turns it over. Nigeria in control of this game and really try to close it out going into the 4th quarter. Want to make life too difficult for themselves. And now the Central African Republic just going to try and move the ball around. And they can see an offensive foul. Kogwere, it's his 4th personal foul. It was the foul actually on Maxime Ziavene. Looks like it's on Maxime Ziavene on a moving screen. Correction, it was not on Kogwere. Well, tried to cross over, just lost his dribble. Came off the foot of Kogwere. Oh, it's not featured so much here after the 1st quarter, which is quite surprising. After such a great start he got off to. Mina looking for the handoff. Down low, fades away. Nice little pump fake. And the fadeaway there from the big man. Well, Lani Aminu just showing his capabilities in the low block as he puts it to an 18-point lead. Zachet in the lane. Crazy pass to turn it over. Koya just keeps his dribble alive, crosses back over. Wide open. Nagano, another kick out. And Akindele gives it back to Koya. Koya reverse layup, strong move. Well, Stan the man just shows it going baseline with a reverse layup. tough move, but it's an illegal screen. You gotta be careful. When you set a screen, you just really have to sit down and, well, stand up really. Just stand your ground. You don't need to move, but yeah, you just kill yourself with an illegal screen. Puts a shot up, missed a big rebound, goes up with it, and one. What tough move that. Zua with the strong rebound. Just went straight up with it. So aggressive. Jumped so high, and that's what you get rewarded with the M1. Zora's been relatively quiet in this game, but just starting to make amends for himself. He missed a layup, but free throw. He gets some rebound, uncontested. Well, that stage, you just gotta want it. And right now, the Central African Republic just not showing enough desire. In the lane, it's a strong call, but have to pull it out now. Okay, sideline. Well, it's actually team fouls now, so I think they'll be going to the free throw line. 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Just gets the free throw to drop. Gets them both. And Central African Republic now find themselves down by 26. Match in the lane, kicks it out. Well, can he finally make one? This time he can get it. The three is neatly tucked away. That is number 8, Johan Grabongo. 23-point deficit now. Nigeria really in control. Result all the way, and one. Wow, he really is dictating where he wants to go. Benjamin Uzor. Just strong move after strong move. Making the most of the pick and roll. Shake and bake. Makes the contact, hangs in the air, just kiss the glass. I mean, that is just as beautiful as it gets. Well, the boy from Houston, Texas, gets a three-point play. The former Cavalier and Toronto Raptor. In the lane, they try the backdoor pass, but it comes off the foot of Akindele. Well, Akindele doesn't have a case to argue with the referee because it really is a football. And Zache needs to calm down now. Well, here we go. Players just need to relax. Nigeria needs to walk away from this. There's no need to get into any altercations. They're undefeated so far in the qualifying rounds. They don't want to have any more suspensions or anything like that's going to affect the journey. Just got to relax, play basketball. You can see the assistant coach pointing towards his head, saying, look, we got to play with brains right now. Well, there's the first altercation. Amingano and Zache just have a few words for each other. Well, whatever was said, Amingano just seems to really go after him. You can see Zache saying to the official. Now, Zache looks like he gets a technical. That's what frustrates him. Then he gets pushed by Okoye. Something was said from Zache to Emegano. Emegano seems to be laughing, smiling now, but he also has a technical foul. Along with Zache. Seems to be some confusion to what's going on, but Zache and Emegano appear to have the technical fouls. Zache seems to be out of the game, ejected. There's the first altercation with them. Zache had something to say to Emegano, and Emegano chased him up. The official saying to Zache to say, come here. And that's where the double technical happens. And I think that's where the second technical happens. Well, Frederick Samedi has had to check in for the Central African Republic. He's able to shoot free throws now from technical fouls. Will be one free throw shot to Destin Damachua. The free throws will be shot down the other end for Emegano. Makes a free throw. Not sure what's happened here, why they've gone back and forth. Makes them both. Now moves to 14 points. Down low the post, we turn it over. Okoye gets a steal. Goes behind the back, kicks it off. They turn it over. Those numbers in transition. Samedi goes up, misses a wide open layup. Okoye with a rebound. Now Nigeria can break with 1:30 to go. All the way, doesn't get the and one. Go on the free throw line now for 2 shots. Strong move, took it down the middle, just made contact. Now, that's a tough call there because he's got his hands up. There's not much more he can do in that situation, but you gotta respect the official's call. Oh, he missed the first free throw. Alade Aminu, a relatively quiet night tonight. He's played just over 17 minutes. And he has 2 rebounds now and 7 points, but he made his last 3, puts this one up, can't get it. Playing with a rebound. Minute 20, Azar all the way. Contact, he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. And now it's 2 fouls back-to-back in succession, but the former Toronto Raptor and Cleveland Cavalier will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, he makes the first free throw. This is the second one, and now they can break. Well, tries another 3. He's made 3 of them tonight. Can't get that one. I know Okoye can break. Minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nigeria lead this one convincingly by 27. He's on now, just looking for options. Throws it down low to Amino. Amino's going to back down, use the strength. Goes strong up with it with a jump hook, and he gets it to drop. Strong post move there. Now moves up to 9 points. Tries the 3, puts a shot ball up, and he tucks the 3-pointer away. Well, he's made 1. Now he moves up to 2 threes. He's 2 for 3 from the perimeter. Three seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock, but Uzo will try to run it down. Crosses over, spins out, fades away, and it's a tough fadeaway. Doesn't get it, but Aminu goes in for the second opportunity. He tips it in with 2 seconds to go. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, Nigeria leads this one 86-60. Central African Republic really just have played so disorganized, but Nigeria have punished them. But that is as it stands here at the end of the 3rd.
And the Nigerian side 88 points.
Well, you can see the Central African Republic are 11 for 21 from the perimeter, but that was the only thing really keeping them in the game. But they just haven't had enough shots, field goal attempts from within the rainbow. Nigeria just have played end-to-end fast break basketball. Ike Nwamu came out like a house on fire in the 3rd quarter. Well, we get set for the last quarter play here between these two teams. And he just catches the ball, but it's an offensive foul. It's on Lade Aminu for setting an illegal screen. Tries the backdoor play, but he gives it right to Akindele. It's really been the story of the night. Pulls up now from 15 feet. The shot's up, can't get it. There's a push in the back, and it's on Akindele. It's not a bad pull-up, but it's tough there because you can see Akindele's really just trying to go for a second opportunity. The sheer size and strength. Thought about the three, he takes it, kicks it out. He's made 1 3, but he's not going to make that one. And now Nigeria can break. Crosses over, takes it in the lane, kicks out Koye. He'll try the 3 from the corner. Stand the man. Just drains a triple. And now Farouk Aminu just watches on from the bench. He's had a great night as well. Takes it in the lane, tries to dish it off. Gives him in the low block, he fades away. Well, just does enough now to stand the man. Yeah, he points at himself to say, I tipped that one in. That's going to be an own basket. Crosses over in the lane, reverse. Well, thought he was going to go up and dunk it, but Ikena Mbalu just lays it up off the backboard. Bamala just checking into the game, but the 3 is up, it's no good. Akindele just keeps it alive, but you can see almost just loses it. It's hit by Jim Rabaye. They got the rebound, but Jim Rabaye just grabs his hand. It's a good call from the official. Okoye comes off a screen. He's going to go pick and roll. Akindele steps back. Aminu tries to go in, fades away. And Akindele just pushes off. It's going to be a foul. And there's the contact. They didn't call the foul there, but they call it on Akindele for the push-up on the box out. We've got 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson's doing the same thing he did in the first half. Just over dribbling it. You gotta ask why. This has been the disorganization with the Central African Republics. Kogueri just steps out. Sometimes they don't really know who to go to be their playmaker. Gets a screen, but Aminu has to kick it out. He's behind the back. Just comes off the foot of Kurt Curry, Wakescheider. So a young player playing in the NBA Academy of Africa in Senegal. Okoye pulls up from 19 feet, doesn't get it. Akindele. Oh, the big man with time and space. Nobody around him. Oh, it's a free dunk. Why not? Figueroa now looking for options. Nowhere to go. Backs down. Goes around. Puts it up. It's a traveling violation. Kogueri just has a few words for us. Just expresses his dismay over the decision. Goes around. Well, it's a good call. He's moved to pivot foot. Disappointment. Soon he realized. We go down low to Akindele. Well, the young player, Wegscheider, now having to take point guard duties. Gives it out. Thought about the three. This time he gets it off and hits the side of it, the backboard. Just might need to work on the quickness of his release. Nigeria now lead this one by 33. In the middle, puts it up, layup, and one. Well, Egbu has done that a few times tonight. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. He's just so effective, making that contact but hanging in the air. Once you're up there, the playground is yours. Just makes the contact and gets the M1. Playing briefly in the G League for the Agua Caliente Clippers of the LA Clippers. Back in the Bundesliga. This baseline, steps back from 15, puts a shot up, doesn't get it. Koye, looks like he's gonna go all the way, lose the ball. Kicks out, they almost lose it, but just retains it. Well, puts the shot up, doesn't get it. And now Nigeria can break. Takes the baseline and calls a foul on Jefferson, but Jefferson looks a little perplexed, but nonetheless, we'll get a baseline. Strong move by Aminu, just gets the better of him, and what's an excellent call. Nigeria's just trying to bring Obekpa back into the game. Good to see he's not injured. So really have to have the big fella around on defense. well as the other big man as well, Diago. Well, Diago was so methodical in the first half. Very clinical in and around the basket. Another foul's called. Collier just looks very chilled, relaxed, job done. Nigeria remain undefeated here. Well, as it stands, they'll be remaining undefeated. I don't see too much wrong in that, really, because Obekpa's gone and made the contact first, and really, both players just battling for territory. You need a bit of physicality in the game. Pulls up for three. The three's no good. It's out of bounds, and the Central African Republic will get the possession. Well, after this, on Sunday, Nigeria will be at home to Senegal. It will be a huge, huge game for them. As it says, they could go undefeated and really book that place in China. Gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, Ravengo has been very quiet so far in this fourth quarter. Nice little hesitation, shake and bake, and just change of pace, but at that stage of playing that, you've got to make it an and one. Makes the first free throw, but they just, you know, the Central African Republic, there's so much potential here for these players to do so well, but you know, they've really just got to take a little more pride in the way they sort of execute on offense. They've got to take care of the ball. You know, they came out well in the first half, shoved the ball well from the perimeter, but just costly turnovers and sloppy passes, but not far away from really being able to compete at this level. There's definitely potential on this team. Pulls for the screen now, kicks it out, gets him up in the air, gets a strong pump move under the basket. Obekpa, well, it's an unsportsmanlike foul. These players just need to calm down now. Don't react to anything. Walk away. Captains need to get involved and make sure just stays and plays basketball. The officials called unsportsmanlike foul. He's made the right choice. Obekpa needs to shoot these free throws, get the ball back, and enjoy the last 4 minutes of the game. There's no doubt it's a hard foul, that's for sure. I mean, really, Obekpa's hitting him, if you can see. They're both going at each other, really. And that's smart right there. He's trying to back away from it, not cause any more trouble. It's wise for both players. And makes the first free throw. Well, he's the foundation big man, but he fits the bill very well. Plays hard defense. Just extremely, extremely athletic. At St. John's University. A season in Turkey. He's won the D-League, but playing in Lebanon. He's using his athleticism. Oh, three is up, and the three is no good, but Aminu gets a rebound. It's fouled under the basket, and now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. It looks like we got a timeout as the Central African Republic gonna have to talk it over. For them right now, the last 3 minutes, 50 seconds, about pride.
Ok les gars, mais flex. On compte nos flex. Ok, voilà.
Camacho is leading all scorers right now with 14, while Jambaye, next one with 6 rebounds, but just haven't had enough players step in and step up. For Nigeria, it's really just spread across the board, but Iro Egbu is really leading the scorers with 16 points. Al-Farouk Amino, the former Wake Forest player, began his career with the Los Angeles Clippers in the 2010-11 NBA season. He's a member with the New Orleans Hornets / Pelicans. Season with the Dallas Mavericks, and now finds himself playing on the West for the Portland Trail Blazers. An influential player in college in the ACC, averaging 12 and 15 points per game in his 2 seasons. He's got to shoot that. I mean, if you're a young player, you want to get to the next level, you've got to shoot the three-pointer, especially in the backcourt role. Nick Schneider was wide open. In fairness to Samedi, another backcourt player, is going up against 2 of the stronger players in the paint. Catch and shoot for 3. The 3 is up, and the 3 is nothing but net. Oh, Chris Obekpa just handed off to Ike Duamu. He's just lighting it up from the perimeter. He now has 19 points. Top scorer in this game. Wake Snyder, this time he shoots it. Lay off that time. Well, Nigeria dominate the rebounds, 33-25. Diago now has to pull it out. We're in the shot clock. Got to get a shot off. The fadeaway's up. They don't get it. Samedi with the rebound. 2.5 to go here. Nigeria lead this one by 41. Tries a deep 3. The 3 is up, and it's nothing but net string music. He moves up to 15 points. He's 3 for 4 from the perimeter. And he cuts the deficit down to 38 points. Ball crosses over. Goes in the lane, dishes it off, and gets blocked this time. They get it back under the basket, lays it up. Well, Benjamin Uzor, for his height, really makes up with his athleticism. Just so aggressive in and around the basket. Tries to go baseline, puts a Euro step up, puts a floater, airballs it. Uzor now also moves to 16 points. Not too much difference between the assists. Nigeria 19, and Diago for 3, in and out, doesn't get it. Wake Schneider in and around, turns it over. Now, Obeka just throws it down. Now, the crowd love it. I think he had a bit of time, a bit of space. We could have seen a windmill. But he gives Nigeria a 42-point lead. Well, a little bit of cherry picking, but up by 40, they can do it. Just makes it look easy. Almost makes it look effortless. And he gives them a 42-point lead. No doubt the home crowd loved that one. So we got a timeout. Just over a minute and a half to go here in the 4th quarter. Nigeria lead this one by 42. Says Zache has 6 fouls, but really it was the double technical he got. They had to get him out of the game because we were worried about the climate of the game becoming a little bit physical. time and space now. Pump fakes. Takes it in the middle, goes all the way. Gets one. Oh, Grabongo just makes a strong move and draws the foul to Okoye. Okoye just looks a little bit like, ref, you serious? There's the foul, it's a good call. Well, he acknowledges the call, but it's just the cool as your stone cold look in his face. Can't make the three-point play. Wide open time, space on the perimeter, doesn't get it. Offensive board, and Negano just easily lays it up. Under a minute to go here. Nigeria lead this one by 42 points. Down low to Grabongo. He turns it over. And Balu now just gonna play out the last minute here. Well, in the lane, it's just too easy right now. Egbu moves to 18 points. $64-point lead to Nigeria. Well, he made his last three, puts this one up. Doesn't get it. Okoye, he's fouled. Stan the man, he's gonna go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Stan Okoye from Knightdale, North Carolina. He's college basketball at Virginia Military Institute in Lexington. He's enjoyed a lot of his professional career in Italy, Israel, Australia in 2014. Playing in Spain. He's missed the first free throw. Makes a second free throw. It's now a 65-point lead to Nigeria. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria just showed how excellent they've been in the qualifiers. They remain undefeated, and they'll be up again on Sunday when they take on Senegal. Well, we thank you for joining us tonight. Both these two teams will shake hands with each other. Nigeria really just battled it out, showed the athleticism, showed the understanding of the basketball intensity and knowledge. That's why they're undefeated. But it won't be long until they book themselves a place in the 2019 FIBA World Basketball Cup. Take a picture, baby. 65-point lead. Nigeria still undefeated. The point scores were very even amongst the Nigerians. An absolute unbelievable depth in the team. We talked about the depth. Benjamin Uzoh, Ken Nwamu. Not to mention Alfarouk Amino, relatively quiet for his standard. Stanley Okoye, Ken Oregbu, and Alade Amino all chipped in over 10 points. Nigeria dominated the rebounds, 38-27, 20-13 on the assist, but just was their night. Central African Republic, 32 turnovers, just one too many. Really dictated their game of basketball tonight. See, Alade Amino had 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Good night for him, really, to say the least. Nacho at 9 turnovers. Most players might look over one window and have 9 turnovers. One game, really need to sort that out going into their next fixtures. Ogueri chipped in 11. He was three three-pointers tonight. Grabongo also had 4 trades as well, but Dimaggio started like a house on fire, but just cooled down for the rest of the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish off with some highlights that we'll show you here from the second half, but thank you for joining us here tonight in Lagos. Remember, download the app. This is My House, brought to you by the FIBA World Cup Qualifiers. Follow your favorite teams across the globe, get live updates, scores from your favorite teams and players. Remember, hashtag This Is My House. Follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube on FIBA. You can follow all the highlights. LiveBasketball.tv brings you all the games at the very best quality. We do thank you for joining us here in Lagos. More games to come here in Africa, Asia, America, and Europe. For now, right now, it is good night here from FIBA. We'll see you soon.